Ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Celtics have just made another trade less than 24 hours after trading away Drew Holiday, adding Anthony Simons. They have came back today and traded Porzingis for Niang in a second-round pick. Now, on the outside looking in, it seems like, what is Brad Stevens doing? Well, obviously, guys, we needed to trade. We needed to open up some cap space. And that's what they're doing right here. So in this video, we're going to break down Niang. I want to show you why this is actually, it's a good fit. It's not a great player, but it's a good fit. Solid role player as well. I'm going to break down why. So let's look at this play here. Obviously, we're going to use him a lot off ball. We want him to be a corner guy, off Jaylen Brown, off Derek White, off Simons, right? Using those screens. So we're going to get this high pick and roll with, the big in Trae Young. As they send that double team, we're going to get a pocket bounce pass over to the big as he's rolling to the basket. What's going to happen is we're going to generate a little bit of weak side rotation from the big. Once this guy rotates over, now Siakam has to go get in front of that low post defender. You just create rotation. Now, as Niang, we just want to fill space, right? We want to get to the open part of the floor. Dude does a great job here getting to the open space of the field or the floor and drains a big-time three. Now, the one thing I will say about Niang that I really like, guys, there's only been one NBA season out of like 8, right, that he has shot less than 40% from downtown. Okay, do you understand how crazy that is? He has shot 40% or better in almost, I want to say, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 9 years shot 40% or better from downtown. This is a guy that can snipe. And look at what Joe Mazzulla wants to do. He wants to shoot the ball, okay? This is a guy that will continue to get you looks from downtown. And obviously, might not be a go-to guy like Porzingis was, and I do believe that's going to really hurt the Celtics team. But if we're being honest with ourselves, Porzingis wasn't really healthy either way. But again, another great play here. Whenever you give him space, he's going to shoot the three. However, if you rotate to him, he's going to find the open man as well. So look at this play here as the big drives in. We create maybe a double team here with Siakam. We're going to kick it back out to Niang, but now they're forced to, boom, send a fire or a blitz, a double team from the top of the key. And as that happens, swings and finds someone open for three. Again, very willing passer and a very good shooter. He shot about 79% from the free throw line over the last 3 seasons. Obviously, would want that to improve a little bit, but he's only taken about 1 free throw a game, even less at times as well. But we know that he can play. And he's only going to give us about maybe 15 to 20 minutes a night. I mean, looking at the Celtics team right now with no Jason Tatum, he might be playing 25, 30 minutes a night if the Celtics decide to keep him. But with that being said, let's dive into even more film. Let me show you why, yes, it is a good fit. Does it make sense? Again, you had to get rid of Porzingis. It had to be done. And I think now that it is done, I do think the Celtics have a little more cap space to potentially re-sign Anthony Simons, who is a really good shooter as well. With that being said, let's kind of get back into the video. So once again, what we're setting up here is this high pick, right? We want to set the screen. We want to come off fast. We want to see if we can get this defender to rotate over. Okay, when you have a good big like Onyeka Okongwu, or we can create that double team right there. Either way, this essentially puts the defense into a blender. What that means is now you're playing 4-on-3 basketball, which is beautiful, right? So Trae Young ultimately kicks it over to Caris LeVert. We rotate over here, and now we roll this guy to the basket, applying pressure to Siakam. You got to cover point A, and you got to cover point B, and this is where Niang is really good. Sit in the corner. They're going to ultimately have to, send 2 somewhere, and when they do, we're going to get you an open 3. And making those threes, shooting 40% from downtown this year, shooting about 5.2 threes per game. He was effective. And then you go back to, 2024, 2025, right when he was with Cleveland, shot about 40% from downtown there as well. Really good shooter, and I believe that this is a great fit, man. Now, Brad Stevens got under that second apron really easily. Like, a lot of people thought this was going to be a lot more difficult. Sam Hauser, potentially Jaylen Brown, Derek White, going to have to be traded as well. But again, this was really clean. He sent away Drew Holiday. Yeah, you pick up an expiring contract in Anthony Simons. You pick up Niang. You add guys that can still help you win right now. And I do believe that's what they did. Here's another one. Caris LeVert drives in. We're going to the outside shoulder. We're seeing if we can get guys to rotate over with, you know, Aaron Nesmith here. But ultimately, right, he gets a fadeaway mid-range on that. I thought maybe he's going to pass it out to Niang. Doesn't. But I really just want to say to you guys, it's not a bad trade. Yes, it looks like you're getting absolutely fleeced because you're trading away Porzingis and getting a second rounder in Niang, who's not a young player. He's not a great player. He's a solid player within a role. I do believe that. But is he a difference maker? Probably not. Another assist there. Good job finding his teammates open. My favorite thing about him, his height. He's 6'7". He's a guy that's going to try on every single possession. And he's a guy that can hit threes at a very high level. So I'm all in that aspect. And before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button if you want more of these Celtic videos throughout the entirety of the offseason, which means the NBA draft, I believe, is tomorrow. We're going to be covering the draft. We're going to cover free agency. We're going to cover everything the Celtics do. So join the family. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And like I said before, we will be covering this team all year, off-season, on-season, breaking down film from games. Got you guys covered, so make sure you guys are joining the family. With that being said, let's kind of dive back a little bit more into the video. The Celtics are in a really tough spot right now. So right here, you see some versatility, using him as a screen setter. A lot of pick and pops coming off with Niang here as he sets that screen. We're actually going to roll him to the basket. Put all the pressure on Thomas Bryant, right? He's either got to cover that role or he's got to continue to cover Onyeka Okongwu. Trae Young is going to find him down low. Nice little layup over a smaller defender. Oh, another one in transition. Another good play. Again, he can be utilized in transition, utilized as a screener, utilized off the screens. And then wide open in transition, pull up three. Easy money. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So, Celtics are in an interesting spot right now where the big situation is weird. Horford, is a free agent. Porzingis is now gone. He barely even played for us. So, if anyone's really missing, is going to miss Porzingis. I mean, he was barely playing for us. Barely. Neemias, you got Keita, who's looking to take a major step up this year because we have nobody else. You have, Luke Cornett, Xavier Tillman. We need to do something at the big position. But I do like our wings and our guards a ton going into the season. We need a big, and we're going to need one to come in and make a difference almost right away. Comment down below anybody you think would be a great fit for Boston as a big man. And, what do they need to do next? I think they're under that second apron. They've done a really good job this far. Is Sam Hauser gone? Are they going to keep him? Should still be a very interesting offseason for Boston. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.